All right. And we back with another episode of Hey, I'm Just Asking. And today we want to talk about Odessa Madre, the lady Al Capone. Now, I catch slack for spotlighting the DC legends of the underworld because they're considered outcasts, troublemakers, and, for the most part, hey, criminals. But it's only right that I revisit their stories because they're often overlooked for their negative as well as their positive contributions to American history. Outspoken, sophisticated, intelligent, street smart as well as book smart, Odessa Madre was the first of her kind for a lot of reasons. Let's start with her education. Odessa Madre graduated from DC's elite high school, Dunbar Senior High School, with honors in 1925. She didn't pursue a college education because of the powers of the higher-ups or the powers that be and or the elites. They didn't accept her. Nah, not that big black mother. She was too flamboyant and a big, ugly, go-hard chick. Man, I love them. But that's another blog. So like most of these stories go, when society rejects you, Odessa Madre began her life of crime. At the age of 17, gambling spots, run the numbers, brothels. She had prostitution on lock. And I can't forget to mention bootlegging. Odessa was serving shots at her spots, 25 cents a pop. She had her hands on everything to make a coin. Hence the nickname, the Lady Al Capone. Odessa Madre was one of the richest to ever do it in her time. Club Madre is where the who's who of black entertainment came to perform and enjoy the festivities. Billie Holiday, Duke Ellington, Count Basie, Moms Mabley, Nat King Cole, and Joe Louis are some of the few who could be seen there. Man, it sounds like the Boom Boom Room. Wow. Minks, clothes, jewels, cars was just a part of her ambiance. That was just all a part of her ambiance. The madam, her entourage was full of beautiful women. Eye candy for sale, gambling, bootlegging, prostitution, and later cocaine and heroin. Odessa Madre built an empire. The numbers queen. She had juke joints and adult entertainment spots. The Lady Al Capone had the longest run in the underworld amongst her male counterparts. She lived until she was 83. So do the math on that. From 1924 until 1990. Give or take the years she spent behind bars, which was about what? That's 13, with 30 arrests minus about 10 years from 1980 to 1990. Odessa Madre had at least a 40-year run. Wow. And since she's labeled the Lady Al Capone, we must talk about her street cred. At 260 pounds, man, she was a problem for females or males. And unlike most of her counterparts or her peers, there's not really much talk about killings or people dying on her watch. Odessa Madre was linked in with all the important people in the underworld, as well as the major players in high society. Her reach with the gangsters and killers stretched nationwide. Man, Odessa Madre comes from a bloodline that has contributed to positivity within the community. Her grandfather, a Civil War veteran, Moses Madre, had a park named after him, Madre Park, for his efforts in the Civil War. Her father had a barber shop next door to her uncle Madre's pool hall. Her mother was a seamstress who kept her fly. Man, flashiness has always been a factor in the underworld culture. The lady Al Capone. Odessa Madre had the 4 P's to success: the people, the plug, the politics, and the police. The lady Al Capone. Now, in DC history, it's known that Rayful Edmonds didn't mind paying the cops, right? Odessa Madre owned the police department. Her friends are the creme de la creme, supreme clientele. And she already knew money makes them move around. The Queen of DC, respected downtown, and plus they love you on the streets. Odessa Madre. The lady Al Capone, a big-hearted hustler who really gave back to underprivileged kids back then. And I bet it wasn't no backpacks or here go a turkey day. Odessa Madre shared her dirty money to feed the sheep. She paid the wolves. But that was her downfall. How long can money buy you love? In this game, kindness is definitely a weakness. Yet this is sad to say, especially when she protected so many and de-escalated so much violence because of her presence alone. Odessa Madre, not only was she strong, her team was strong. Peacemakers for the mob. Hey, that says a lot. As a female who stood on her sexuality back then when that was shunned upon, yet she was still respected by the gangsters in the life of crime. Wow. Not to glorify it. Hey, it's just to shed light because it's a message in it. With all the power and the fame and respect she received, how many lives were destroyed? Your bad deeds will always outweigh your good deeds. In the end, the score just won't be equal. Especially if you're blowing money fast and there's people out here starving. Hey, tell me what happens when you fall from grace. Odessa Madre died penniless. Her good deeds got her $51 on the back end. That's how much money her peers paid towards the funeral. In 1990, that's some flowers, at least. So, I guess you could say at least they did that. Tell me what y'all think about this. Odessa Madre, the lady Al Capone. Man, like this video, share this video, comment, and subscribe. Hey, I'm just asking.